welcome back. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Sue.
I'm Michael. We are Close Knit Family. It is Thursday, August 22nd, 2019. This is Season 2, Episode 13.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Let me grab that for you.
Leave it.
We are a knitcast from Armstrong in the North Okanagan region of British Columbia, Canada, following my adventures as a newer knitter and our ongoing yarn and knitting addiction.
So, yeah, new thing. I'm going to see if keeping a... Okay, new thing. I'm going to see if keeping a stitch marker in my mouth helps me to not talk through the whole thing. Well, I actually I need this... You know what? I can put that...
You can put that right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
I feel like if you didn't talk through the whole thing, we wouldn't have a show.
Well.
Yeah. Skies above Armstrong. Sunny. Been a bit of rain.
Yeah, a little chill in the air.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've noticed. So we have the 4 forest fire ratings.
Okay, yes.
Low,
moderate,
high, and extreme.
Yes. Extreme is like forest fires are happening.
Well, or could be happening.
Yeah.
Like, it would take very little to start a forest fire.
Yes.
And we've been in moderate.
Yeah.
Most of the summer. And a lot of people have been complaining this summer about, like, we didn't have any summer, but then they stop and they go, you know what? No, actually, this has been kind of more of a normal summer.
Yeah, because, like, most of the time, I question why they even have the moderate and high when all you need is low and extreme, seemingly. But, yeah. Okay. Well.
There we go.
Yep.
So, Mike's sister had her birthday this week, Melissa.
Yep. Melissa, who's been on this show...
A couple times.
A couple times.
And we've shown her knitting.
Yep.
So, anyway, happy birthday, Melissa.
Happy birthday.
And, of course, she's the one who... Well, I won't be having to say it this time. The whole, look away, don't look. But her... Yes, and she's been knitting a blanket for... babies.
Baby.
For a couple or 3 years now.
How old? Yeah, I was going to say, how old is the first baby now? 3 years?
Yeah, at least, 2.5 anyway.
Yep.
And so the latest baby is like 7 weeks old now.
Yeah.
And it's not finished yet.
Nope.
But she's determined.
Yep.
So, yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Melissa and I spent the day together. That was very nice. Mm-hmm. And we went out and gorged on sushi. Oh,
where'd you go?
So full. We went to Blue Tail?
In Vernon?
In Kelowna.
Kelowna. Okay. I wouldn't know then. I know all the sushi places.
It's Melissa's favorite sushi place.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we went there. And I'm just picking up stitches.
It's okay. Okay.
Okay, sorry, there had to be more about that. So yeah, we had a great day.
Yep. And
why did I write that down?
I don't, just because it was Melissa's birthday, maybe?
Yeah, so I guess that's it. Happy birthday, Melissa!
Happy birthday, Melissa.
Okay.
From our close-knit family to, you're in the close-knit family.
You were part of the close-knit family, sort of.
Sort of,
well, she's part of the family.
Part of the family, yes.
Part of the family, yeah. And so another thing that's sort of, newish, and is one of our knitting buddies from our knitting group, who I usually meet with.
Yep.
Has moved all the way to the other side of the country.
Oh no!
So yeah, we bid farewell to Arlen last week, and I think that now she's really gone.
Oh.
And it's actually for Arlen, if I can just such a great person. I was really shocked to find out she'd actually only sort of been knitting with us for about a year.
Okay.
But I just thought she'd been knitting with us, for a whole lot longer than that.
Right.
So we're gonna miss Arlen. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I'm even feeling a little verklempt.
Aww.
We're gonna miss Arlen, but because she's on the other side of the country, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss Knit City and stuff," but she's on the other side of the country now. So I said, "Okay, well, you come to Shetland with me next year," and she said, "Yeah, that could work." So we'll see. We'll see.
That could be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so a knitting pal
Mm-hmm.
moved away, but she said she'd stay in touch. So
Yeah.
yay!
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
kind of on that note,
Kind of on the note.
I noticed a post from Twisted Pearl in Armstrong here the other day. So Twisted Pearl is the yarn shop that's hosting Arna and Carlos when they come in October.
Mm-hmm.
And Twisted Pearl posted that they have a few tickets still left
Ooh.
for that. So check on their website for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Arlen is still in possession of a ticket for Norwegian knitting. Anyway, so if someone's local and around and wanted to take that class.
Or if somebody wants to travel up here for that class.
Well,
here.
yeah. Anyway, so we can certainly get in touch with Arlen and try to make arrangements for you to be able to use her ticket.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there are some tickets still available
Yes.
at Twisted Pearl.
God, speaking of tickets, I was entering a daily giveaway for a board game convention that's happening in Vancouver this October, and I lost.
Oh.
I didn't get the tickets, but that's okay.
Well,
'cause
so what was the daily...
it was just sort of like, okay, visit this page daily and click this button. Then you can also, for extra entries daily, you can go to this website.
you can do
and
this and that.
Go to that website, and if you share this post on Instagram, you'll get more entries.
Right. Have you Instagrammed yet?
No.
Okay. Good for you.
It's I don't know, it's sort of my last bastion. Or my last, I don't know.
Well, you do so many other
yeah.
things like that. So, there we go.
Yeah.
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 We don't have really a lot
No!
to talk about.
It's okay. I'm going to talk a lot around here.
Oh,
That's okay.
Good. So I guess we'll just go on to
Yarnquisitions.
I have an order in,
Ooh.
so it doesn't count yet.
Oh. This has been Yarnquisitions.
Okay, and foes. Finished objects.
This has been Foes.
Okay, excellent.
Whips! What are you working on there?
So, I'm picking up the last of the stitches for my Soldatna.
Yay!
I've tried it on and I love it. The only thing I was telling Mike this morning, okay, so my Soldatna.
Yes.
This section right here, the body section,
Okay.
has do you see the little flea stitches
Yes.
in there?
Yes.
It's not really a difficult thing to do.
Okay.
It's just sort of that one more thing, right? Like I love the color work is great. It's really just another
one more thing.
One more thing. I was so sick. Now keep in mind when I say this, I'm knitting one of the larger sizes. So I'm not sure. It was well over 300 stitches. That I'm knitting around. I was so sick of this section, which should have been the relief section of the whole thing. I was so sick of it. I kept counting of like how many times have I repeated, and I thought originally I was going to do an extra repeat just to give it a little bit more length, and then I was like, no, I've done the number of repeats I'm supposed to. Jump onto the ribbing, which, let's be honest, most of us don't like knitting ribbing. but I like zoomed into the ribbing because yay!
Something else.
I wasn't doing that other part, and I forgot to change my ribbing needles.
Yikes.
So, and I realized that as I was casting off this morning.
Right.
So you may notice the bottom is kind of curling up. I'm gonna see if once I block it, if it continues to curl, and also how it looks, like if it would benefit from being just a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
I think it might.
Incoming camera bumps.
So if that happens, if I decide I'm not happy with it, I will rip out the ribbing. And redo it, because otherwise I am in love with this sweater. It fits wonderfully. The only thing I'm not thrilled about is I like a wider neck myself. And yeah. So again, I don't know, with blocking I might be able to pull the neck out a little bit. But otherwise it fits everywhere perfectly. I've picked up and I've finished the ribbing on one sleeve with the right size needles. And you see that it still rolls a little bit, so I'm hoping that with blocking that's gonna stop.
Jude is
Yeah.
deciding where all our stuff should be.
So my colors, again, the brown color is Nutmeg. This is Lichen and Lace Heritage Sport. So the brown color is Nutmeg. The greeny color, which is in the body and just up around the top there, is Sage. The yellow gold is Pollen, and the light blue is Sky. And I was really flattered. One of my knitting buddies asked me the other day if I would be offended if she copied my
Yarn
choices.
Okay.
And I was like, of course not. But yeah, no, I am really, really happy with this knit. I will probably make another one.
And remember that your ribbing needle has to change.
Yes, and with different yarn.
Yes. But that means you have to do the fleece stitch again.
Do I? I'm thinking with the next one, I will probably use a speckled yarn. Okay. And when you use a speckled yarn, the fleece stitch kind of disappears.
Right. So you can just kind of...
So you can imagine if you have a speckled yarn, and usually if you pick a speckled yarn, you're going to pick something that's in the same kind of color families. All those little blips of color would just kind of disappear and fade in. But I love the way it ties it all together.
Yeah.
Did I mention the Novelli tee last week?
I don't think so.
My next project is going to be the Novelli tee.
Okay.
Which is also a Caitlin Hunter knit. And it's like, why am I mentioning this now?
Why are you mentioning this now? Because
I know what yarn I'm going to use.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to get a picture of it, and I'm being really slow.
Okay.
Mike's going to put a picture of it here.
I sure am, right as Jude bumps the camera.
So this is what I'm going to use. So it's done in sock weight yarn.
Okay.
And if you're looking at the picture, so you'll notice there's a dark color around the bottom, and I'm going to be using Midnight Cravings. You can't quite see that. Anyway, Midnight Cravings Velvet Plum for that dark color around the bottom. Oh, it looked like you were pulling it. Just see, he's petting a cat. That's why he's leaning over. I didn't fart. And then for the color within that bottom section, I'll be using this Kelp Forest.
Okay.
Obviously from Midnight Cravings.
Yes.
And then for the body of the sweater, I'll be using this speckle from Midnight Cravings, which is called Tapas Bar.
Okay.
And this is their Lush 4-ply fingering superwash merino. Ooh,
Ooh.
Well, that just reminds me. I better make sure, Carla, if you're watching, I want the Lush 4-ply finger ring.
We have an inn at Midnight Craven.
No, at Knit 2.
Oh, at Knit 2, right?
Because,
Yes.
Whoosie What's It's going there this week, and she's going to pick it up for me, and...
Okay.
Yeah, and even though I don't actually have the pattern and yardages yet, I've kind of looked at it, and I have some little mini skeins, so that if I've completely don't have enough, I have a little bit extra.
Okay.
Did that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, so that will be on my needles soon, the Novelli tea. But yeah, go ahead.
Hi. I've put a couple more rows into Ursa.
Oh, and I'm wearing
You're wearing your
my linen Ursa.
Yes. Oh, just trying to make it so I can actually, do that without losing stitch markers. Where'd it go? Where's the front? There's the front. I should have had this all prepared. No, wait. No,
We're on the ball today.
You know what? I'm just gonna heck the stitch markers. I can't remember which side's the front anymore. But here we are.
Well, the side with the with the V is the front.
This is the front.
So
yeah, it's coming along.
Let's see. Let's go zoom in. So isn't that a neat? It's a beautiful detail. We ignore that part, and we all know why because we watched in previous. So basically, Mike's going to keep working here until this triangle comes right out and meets with that beautiful detail, underarm detail.
Yeah, and then it'll.
And when I did this one,
you did it without that.
I didn't put the triangle in the front, but I do have. Anyway, the detail down the back, but not the triangle.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah. And I think I skipped... Yeah, I skipped
You also skipped that, yes.
So,
yeah, that's coming.
I'm a huge Ursa fan.
Yeah, this is a very... now that I've kind of gotten to the rhythm of the body, it's like... Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, I know. You knew something was wrong in those first few rows, and I think that's kind of what slowed you down.
Yeah.
Was you knew you weren't quite on track with that.
Yeah.
All right, and so also I did just a teeny weeny bit on my socks, but I thought I would just because it has been a little while since I've shown off my socks. So these are my toe up 2 at a time socks done with the striping yarn is Mud Punch, and the toe / contrast color is from Riverstone Yarns, and these are also known as because
Mom told
me to.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that pattern has now been downloaded more than my shawl?
You did not.
I just like.
I mean, I guess the value of a good cover photo.
And the name. That's what a few people have said. The photo got me and the name got me.
Yeah.
But the other thing, someone did say at knitting the other night, when I said this, we all had a giggle about that.
Yeah.
Saying that it had been downloaded more. And somebody said, but everyone's in search of the perfect sock pattern.
Yes.
And I'm just like, yeah, it's not even a pattern, really.
No.
But I'm really clear and upfront about that. It's not really a pattern.
Yeah.
It's
This is a supplement to.
This is more of a if these things will make a sock. If you do this, you'll make a sock.
Yeah.
And if you want to do something
fancy
patterned,
you
can still make your sock this way and then incorporate the pattern into it. But
yeah.
anyway. So this doesn't really count as anything. Because it was a faux before, it's been all sorts of things. But I did think, because it's been a while and I keep talking about it, I thought I would share. This is the pattern that I'm currently working on getting out for others to enjoy and have fun with. I don't have a name for it yet. Right now I call it the BBM turtleneck. and that stands for Big Blue Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's based on a weaving pattern from the baskets that Big Blue Mama sells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, so this is now gone to, there's a couple people test knitting it.
Okay.
And it is, I've sent it to a tech editor.
Ooh.
I'm trying to do this right. I don't know. It's very, but yeah, I'm going to have to get my tech editor to draw the schematic for me because I don't have what I need to draw the schematic.
Okay.
And then the other thing I had to do was I had to figure out, like, so I know how much yarn this took.
Yeah, but how much yarn?
This is like size B.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out the sizes for all the other size, or the yarn for all the other sizes.
Uh-huh.
So I asked my taker, I'm like, okay, how do you do this? And she's, well, there's kind of a couple ways, and there's, you know, a better way and a more accurate way and stuff. And so essentially what I did, I sat down yesterday and I got an approximate number of how many stitches there are in this. And I just realized I did not include the stitches for the neck.
Uh-oh. But, do you have a number that you can give us, or would you rather not?
Wow. The smallest size is around 30,000, and the larger sizes are over 50,000 stitches, and that was without
the neck. Because you... Okay. And then I guess there's, like, you know, an approximate amount of yarn that each stitch
So
is,
then you figure out how many, like, I guess, you know, you like do a swatch and how, you know, how many stitches per...
Yeah, and then you... Okay.
And then you do math.
Okay.
So,
I like math.
Anyway, so that's where that's at. And I feel like kind of as I'm getting to the end here and sort of these things, figuring out the yardage, grading blew my mind.
Yes.
Completely blew my mind.
I can only imagine.
Figuring out the yardage and doing the schematic, and then I got to get some professional pictures taken. I'm feeling so out of my depth.
But you're gonna get there.
Oh,
You'll do it. I know you will.
So far out of my depth, and I'm feeling like I really dropped the ball. But I still have more things up here that need to come out, and yeah. Oh, and I started looking up. Because another next to happen project. Sorry. Why did I stop looking for this?
Because we threw up a picture of it. The t-shirt.
No. It's different.
Okay.
Oh, okay, there we go. Shoot. Okay. I'm working on it. I'm looking up the Katniss cowl.
Okay.
So this is Katniss Everdeen from Hunger Games. And so I showed you a little while back the black bulky yarn I got. And it's going to be to make something like that.
Hi, Jude.
Now I know once I get it started, it won't take me long because
No,
it's huge.
Great big stitches.
Huge, great big stuff. But yeah. Anyway, so that's another thing that I've got all these things.
You got all these things, and I'm just kind of here.
No, you're doing your stuff. You're not really focused on your knitting right now.
No, I'm not. No.
And that's okay.
Okay.
That was a thing when we were camping. Never mind.
Okay.
All right. So, Mike.
Hi.
What do you bring to the table?
Well, today I bring to the table a game that I only heard fully described to me this morning, and I just, I want to try this. It is a game, it is the first game I've mentioned in this series that only needs a standard deck of playing cards.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually it needs like 2, maybe 3, depending on how many people you're playing with. They do not all have to have the same backing. The game is called Eleusis. I'm gonna put that up here. Eleusis. And this game is also notable for its the first publication of its rules was in the Scientific American journal.
Yeah.
It is so, and it's weirdly thematic for a card game. So, but and the main conceit of it is the players take rounds being being the dealer. Sorry, did I say the dealer? I meant God.
Okay.
And so and everyone else is scientists for that round, and everyone gets dealt their hand at the start. And what happens? The general way the game is played is you're laying out. The scientists are trying to lay out cards in a sequence, and they are. Sorry, Mom has found a pronunciation guide for.
Keep talking.
They're trying to lay out cards in a sequence that are. Eleusis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're right.
Players are trying to lay out cards in a sequence that is valid by the rule of God, but they don't know what the rule of God is. So at the start of the round, the dealer has taken a piece of paper and they've written down a rule that defines what cards are valid to play when, basically. So, it could be something like, cards must alternate red and black.
Okay.
But the scientists don't know that.
Okay.
So they're going to play cards. Sorry, they're going to make experiments.
Hoping to please God.
And every time they make one, is that okay?
Okay.
No, it isn't. Yes, it is. And there's penalties for, playing the wrong card, and, playing the correct card gets the card out of your hand.
Right.
The goal of the game is to earn points. The best way to earn points is at the end of the round to have no cards left in your hand. There's also a mechanic where somebody can become a prophet for God. If they think they've figured out what the rule is, they basically declare themselves a prophet. And they begin making their ruling before God makes his ruling, or their ruling. And if the prophet is wrong, there's a huge penalty for that. And it's all, it looks really cool, and I really want to give it a try.
That looks like fun. So how many people?
It is for between 4 and 8 players.
Okay.
At the start of each round, each player is dealt 14 cards, and then you want a fairly sizable deck left. So work that out for yourself, how many decks of cards you need. The one downside to the game is the scoring system is a little bit complicated, but it's okay if you just kind of go through it step by step. You'll figure it out.
Okay.
I don't have any information on how long it takes to play or what the appropriate age range for it is. I feel like as long as everyone is sort of around a similar education level, I don't want to say that, but.
Well, it's all about patterns and sequences.
Yeah, but the thing is, your rules can be anything.
Oh, okay.
And depending on how complex you want to be, it could be easier or harder. So as long as everyone is on the same level of thinking, I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, I've just completely forgotten how to pick up stitches.
Okay.
How does this happen?
Eleusis. You can find the rules online. I would like to give it a try, and if you know of the game or you try it out, let me know how it goes for you.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that one.
Yeah.
I should really remember how to pick up stitches.
Totally.
Yeah, okay. So we're now on to events from around the world. Okay. So some of these, one of these came up because we've never done an event from this place before.
Okay.
So Friday, August 23rd, which
Okay.
would be tomorrow from when we're recording, and of course...
Well, I'll probably have it up tonight, hopefully.
So Friday, August 23rd, it's the monthly meetup
Mm-hmm.
at Caribou Coffee
Okay.
in Kuwait City.
Oh!
Kuwait.
In Kuwait, I see.
Yeah, we haven't had anything
No.
from that part of the world before. So
Oh.
I saw that and I was like,
Yeah, Kuwait.
that's an event from around the world.
Totally.
Thursday, August 29th, 2019, it's the Men's Fall Knitting Retreat in Federal Way, Washington.
I seem to remember somebody at Knit City last year trying to talk me into going to that.
It was probably...
Somebody.
What's his name?
No, it was not what's his name.
Oh, it wasn't what's
It was
his name.
definitely not what's his name.
Hi, what's
It was
his
just
name?
somebody who saw a man at a knitting convention and was like, I need you to come to this knitting. I was a little weirded out. Anyway.
Oh, well, they could have been saying other things to you, so,
Yeah.
inviting you to a knitting retreat is not the worst thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Federal Way, Washington, which is actually not that far from us here.
No, it isn't.
No. Probably be about 6 hours.
Yeah.
Ish. And a
Something
border.
like that. Yeah.
6 hours and a border. Okay. And of course, I've been putting off having this in my headlines for a while, but Knit City
Wow!
is on the horizon. Knit City is held in Vancouver, and it will be October 4th through 7th this year.
There you go. That's at Hastings Park?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that's interesting too. So yes, I'm going. You haven't told me yet.
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, good. So you got to book it off.
Yep, I
so
do.
we don't run into the same problems as last year.
Yep.
But the other thing that has come up, and I found out in the last couple of days, is that my grad class is having a reunion. It's not one of the big number reunions.
Right.
On that Saturday night.
Oh!
And,
That could be
and
fun.
That would be in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fun is not exactly the word that I would use.
Okay.
Intimidating.
Yes.
But it's just sort of there.
Yeah.
Tinkling in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I wasn't really close to a lot of people in high school, but it is nice to get back and see the people who I was close to in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of them all kind of look at me and go, who is that? Because I don't really resemble the teenage me at all anymore. And they probably didn't know who I was then either. I was far too mature to hang out with high school kids.
Alrighty.
Anyway, so yeah, Knit City. So if you are planning, like if you haven't got your tickets yet, I don't know what might still be available for classes. They usually sell out really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they became available in June. But you can certainly get your tickets. You can pre-order your tickets for getting in at the door. I'm not convinced after last year that pre-ordering your tickets will get you in any faster.
No, I'm not. No.
It just means, it's one less thing, I guess, to have to buy when you're there.
Yeah.
Because you go in and they find you on a list and they give you your wristband and you're good for the weekend of the. So yeah, the marketplace.
Yes.
Is on the Saturday and Sunday, and they have classes on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yes.
And they're bringing Knit City to Montreal.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think that's next March.
Okay.
I'll check.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's next March that I saw. I kind of took the information in, passed it on to Arlen. Hi, Arlen.
Hi, Arlen.
And then, I'm not going. And
Yeah.
And so it was gone. Okay.
I think that's about it. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe here on YouTube. It really helps us out, reach a larger audience.
Say hi. Tell us
hi.
what you're working on.
Totally.
You know, we should say all this like, comment, subscribe stuff at the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's what everyone else does.
Yeah.
They say hi while you're here. Hit the like button.
Yeah, but do we want to be like everyone else?
Oh, good point.
Follow us on Instagram, Close Knit Family Knitcast. Join us on Ravelry. All the information for that will be on the end card and in the description. And as always, keep your knitting close and your family closer. Bye.